My name is Luis Almoza. Today I want to talk about one of my most meaningful experiences at DP World Logistics, the day I moved from office work to real field work. A few weeks ago, I visited a temporary custom warehouse for a container loading operation. I was with some colleagues and officials involved in the process, including security staff, SANAT officers, and SINAS inspectors. This experience helped me understand custom operation beyond the desk. Usually, I work in an office and check documents for customs clearance. Most of the time, my work is quiet and focused on paper, forms, and procedures. Before this visit, I thought custom work was mainly about documents. However, that day changed my perspective. In this image, I am reviewing custom documents. I am checking forms and shipment details before the field operation begins. In the office, accuracy and document control are very important. In this picture, I am entering the facility. At the security checkpoint, the security guard is checking people before they enter the yard. He is wearing a helmet, a fluorescent yellow vest, and safety boots. He is also holding a handheld metal detector. Our bags and personal things are going through an X-ray scanner. The slide also shows the basic safety equipment required in this area. A safety helmet with a chin strap, a fluorescent vest, safety boots, and long-sleeve shirts, and jeans. That day, I was wearing ag equipment because safety is very important inside the temporary customs warehouse. When I entered the yard, I immediately noticed that the place was very different from the office. The office was quieter and more static, but the logistic yard was louder, wider, and faster paced. Workers were walking around the area, trucks were moving near the containers, and machines were operating in different zones. In this image, I am observing the yard carefully. The place looks more spacious and active than I expected. In this picture, different people are working together according to their roles. I can see custom clearance assistant, yard spotters, SENAS inspector, SUNAT officers, and health safety and environment staff. They are wearing different safety vests, colors, and logos. For example, some workers are wearing orange reflective vests, while the other officials are wearing yellow, green, or red vests. These colors and logos help identify each role quickly. This part showed me that field work depends on communication, timing, and teamwork. The operation was for the export cargo of our client AliEx. First, the cargo was staged in the yard. Then, the team coordinated the positioning and control of the pallets. Finally, the forklift operator moved the pallets into the container. In this picture, the forklift operator is loading the pallets into the container. He is wearing a helmet, gloves, and protective clothes. There were then pallets and they represent the full cargo for the container. From far away, the operation looks simple, but every step had to be coordinated carefully. In this part of the yard, I can see specialized equipment and heavy machinery. The forklift is smaller than the container handler, but it is very useful for loading pallets. The side lift empty container handler is taller, heavier, and more specialized than the regular forklift. After the container loading operation, the container was secured with seals, and then the waiting ticket was printed. These final steps were important for the export process. In this picture, workers are staying near to the safe areas, following instructions, and remaining alert because vehicles and machines are moving in different directions. At the beginning, I felt anxious because I was my first time seeing the process so closely, but by the end, I feel more prepared. I learned more than I expected about logistics, safety, movement, and teamwork. In conclusion, this experience was significant for my professional development. It helped me understand that custom work is not only about documents in office. It is also about real operation in the field. Thank you very much for your attention. Bye-bye.